Welcome back to the Lips reaction. I'm Lips. Today we are watching the episode 1 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. This episode is titled A Son for a Son, and in the finale of season 1, we did in fact, we tried to get an eye for an eye, and we took a life instead. So I imagine this is the beginning of that retaliation, because any composure or resistance Queen Rhaenyra had to starting a war, I think it will dwindle very quickly here. So we'll see. If you want the full-length reaction to this episode or any other episode or any other movie, plus more that you see over here on the channel, head on over into Patreon. Otherwise, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the episode chat.
Duty is sacrifice. It eclipses all things, even blood.
Whose voice is that?
All men of honor must pay its price.
Sounds like John.
Through its long tradition, the Night's Watch cultivated its strength from doomed men. But my ancestor began a tradition by making an offering at the onset of winter. 1 in 10 men from our household was to be chosen to fortify the watch.
Oh, wow.
This is not a sentence, but an honor.
One man's sentence is another man's honor.
Winter is coming.
Coming? What is this then that falls from the skies and shivers my bones?
This is only a late summer snow, my prince.
Ah, okay.
The realm will soon tear itself apart. If men do not remember the oath sworn to King Jacaerys.
Starks do not forget their oaths, but you must know that my gaze is forever torn between north and south.
Some things never change.
War is coming. To the whole of the realm, my lord.
My father brought King Jacaerys and Queen Alysanne to see the wall, and watched as their dragons refused to cross it.
Wow. Really?
You think my ancestors built a 700-foot wall of ice to keep out snow and savages?
Nope.
What does it keep out?
Death.
To put it lightly.
I have thousands of greybeards who have already seen too many winters.
So they're old.
He's gonna send his oldest?
They will fight hard, like northerners.
A raven's arrived. Urgent news from Dragonstone.
Oh no. Wow, that is so cool.
Take your mount again. We're flying out.
Excuse you?
Maelys must gorge and rest, as must I.
We're going to King's Landing.
To what end?
With my dragon and yours together, we can kill Vhagar and her rider. Make it a son for a son.
Oh.
Was this the Queen's command?
The Queen remains absent.
Oh.
Or perhaps more simply, to await her return.
She's...
Wait, oh, she left. Oh, I thought she was, like, in bed.
grieves as the Queen shirks her duty.
Oh, Daemon.
It was a raven that brought me news of Rhaenyra's death. It was only when I saw my daughter's mortal remains that I could begin to mourn her.
She's looking for his body.
She needs to know it for certain.
She was a fool to go alone.
Well,
The Queen was wise to recuse herself. She's not acted on the vengeful impulse that others might have.
yeah, I'm shocked.
If you'd have acted when you had the chance, Aegon's line would be extinguished. And Luke would be alive.
Yikes.
Fly with me. It is a command.
Would that you were the king.
She said no.
I must have my ship back at sea to lead the effort.
It'll be many weeks yet, but I'll have a word with my brother. The smithy delivered this earlier.
Oh.
I had this commission for Prince Lucerys.
I was very sorry to hear about your heir's death.
Oh.
They tell me that you're the one that dragged my body out of the sea.
Oh.
I am indebted to you, Alan.
Either he's humble or he doesn't feel deserving of it for something we don't know.
Dragon! On the Scorpion! Scorpion ready!
Is this a shoot first, ask questions later?
Stand down, it's Aegon! Stand down!
Rhaegar's wings look bad.
Where is Jacaerys?
What do you need of him?
Taken into the small council. He'll be king one day. He must begin his instruction.
He's tiny.
I'm afraid.
Oh.
They'd be fools to come with Vhagar protecting the city.
Not the dragons. The rats.
Huh?
The Queen is an enduring mystery. Is she not?
She deserves more respect. Hello? Hello? Sir Christian?
Summer is well and truly through.
We're expected at the small council, Your Grace.
Huh.
We cannot. Again.
Okay.
Yes, Your Grace.
We... One's in chat if you believe that. Oh, rats.
Good morrow, my lords. Mother?
Our letters to the Vale and to the north
Then my
continue to
lord,
go unanswered.
Mother?
Cunts.
But we... Thank you, my prince. That's very helpful.
My letters to Rhaenyra. Has there been any answer?
An apology for her dead son?
We must presume that the princess has refused the offered terms, and that war is now inevitable.
Yeah?
Perhaps Your Grace might lend his voice to our outreach.
Enough! Release it at once.
Is he just giggling at his son?
No, not in the least, Your Grace.
Because I think he wants a ride.
Excuse you?
Wouldn't that be fun, Jacaerys? Should
Wow.
the Master of Coin be your royal steed?
What a joke.
Your Grace. There are important matters to discuss. Despite Sir Tyland's interruptions.
Wow. Okay.
Rhaenyra's blockade has placed King's Landing under strain.
Well, we should have just killed her when we had the chance.
We must play the board before us.
Interesting that they both blame that moment of Rhaenys being a prisoner.
Aemond, what is your business here?
The king summoned me.
You do not have a seat at this council.
Path to King's Landing is through the Riverlands. We must establish a toehold there.
He has a pretty good sword with one eye. Jaime could never get his strength back with one hand.
Loose the dragons to war. There'll be no calling them back. We must proceed
handicap?
cautiously.
Fat old Lord Tully will
Would
either
you
raise
have
my banner or
expected?
see his burn. We should fly to River Run.
I would have expected the eye to be more devastating for sword fighting.
You've already demonstrated your might, Your Grace. We must now favor patience and restraint.
Why is he such a little brat?
I have completed questioning the whole of the castle staff, but I am satisfied I have exposed all who betrayed our trust.
And what of them?
They no longer breathe our air.
He's so scary. So he got rid of the problem as he saw fit. Well, okay. Oh no.
Dragon!
Hey, look, there's two dragon wings attached to a dragon. Ooh, ah! Don't hurt them. Don't hurt them. They didn't know. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, they were both crying.
Aegon the Magnanimous, second of his name, King of the Andals and the Royal
Usurper.
Hail King Aegon!
The magnanimous.
It would make you feel like such a baddie to walk into a room being announced like that.
'Tis my flock. A tenth of them taken by the crown. If I'd had the time to plan,
We should
perhaps.
return them. I shall make your flock of sheep whole.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Already made a promise to all the crown lands that a tithing of livestock would be necessary to sustain the dragon.
Right. Perhaps we could just return his sheep. He came all this way.
Interesting.
They won't know.
When
They
the
will
king
know.
speaks, your grace, all hear it.
Why did he's so sweet about that? Didn't see that coming.
After further thought, I have decided that I cannot restore your sheep.
You can give him money or something.
Bring the next.
So nothing? He gets nothing?
With a blockade in place and war threatening...
That treasonous blockade won't last long. I plan to send Vhagar to burn it to ash. Bring the next.
Oof.
Iron costs have grown. To put it simply, we are struggling.
Oh, wow. So the people don't have their herds of sheep. They don't have salt. They don't have iron.
Our victory depends on the efforts of the small folk.
Well, then you need to aid them in their efforts. Freaking Daddy Hightower's pissed. Sorry. You put a king in that seat who's not ready for it.
Is the Hand's want to keep a firm grip on things? You controlled your father the same way.
Yeah, he did.
Jacaerys had a certain reputation as being pliable.
I am aware.
I would think that you would wish to be viewed differently.
How?
Otto Hightower was your father's hand.
Change the hand. I might regret this, but I don't think we should. I really wanted to try to say the opposite, but I can't stomach it. I was so against him not being... Well, was I against him not being the hand the last time? No, not really. But it didn't go well for us.
I find myself wondering, do we pursue the same end?
Ooh.
I should tell you mine. Rhaenyra bending the knee, and Aegon sitting the Iron Throne in peace.
Well, if that's how you describe it, then we are aligned.
Then be my ally.
These critical days since Viserys' passing haven't gone to plan.
That's not my fault.
But has it just been days and she's already getting licked up?
Aegon is ever eager to prove himself, and Aemond is angry. Rhaenyra's son took his eye and was never punished for it. What he did, however vicious.
Oh my gosh! Get over the eye!
But he is fiercely loyal. He wishes to please.
And Aegon still heeds me in private.
Stop using it as an excuse to be horrendous.
If you undermine my voice, both those boys will grow deaf to it.
Well, I think that's true.
We only need to mind Aegon until the novelty of rule is spent.
A fine strategy, daughter, but you must accept that the path to victory now is one of violence.
But that does not mean it must be wanton.
Allison, can you just for a second realize like how much you are excusing bullshit for an eye? And Rhaenyra's son died? To your son? I just hate the eye thing. It's just such old news. Like, grow up. Get over it. Move on. It was an eye. It sucks. Stop downplaying the eye. I think they've harbored it so much that it's now like, it's just a vicious cycle of excusing horrible acts.
When last we met, there were 2 of you.
Oh, she's alive.
How long have you been selling secrets to Otto Hightower?
As long as he had gold to pay for them.
Ooh.
You put Aegon on the throne.
Simply split the business along.
Business that ended with the theft of the Queen's throne and the murder of her son.
You only blame me because your true enemies are out of reach.
Yeah, that's true and fair.
What else do you know of him, his plans?
Little unless I possess nothing of value to you, Daemon.
Have her moved to the cells. She is to be treated as a traitor to the crown.
But within his reach.
She was no agent of the Hightowers.
What is it to you?
A matter of honor.
Aegon was in your grasp. You should have killed him yourself.
Harrick and I were named to the King's Guard at just 8 and 10. And we swore the same oath to defend the whole of the royal family. So what were we to do when they turned against one another?
Fair. This is a family fight. Actually. Ooh. Mommy's home. Oh.
Did you find what you needed?
Uh-oh.
I want Aemond Targaryen.
Yes. She just wants a son for her son. And you know what? If Alicent pitches a fit, I'm beheading her in my dreams tonight. Because she wanted an eye for an eye. Where's your reasoning now, Ladybug?
You surely accumulated spies within the Red Keep.
Scheme with someone else, Daemon. I was once in your thrall, but no longer.
She is scorned.
Lady Jane Arryn has pledged her support in exchange for a dragon to guard the Vale. Lord Cragen Stark has promised 2,000 men.
Oh, sweet baby boy.
Sarah's Targaryen.
Oh, sweet girl.
Sarah's Florian.
Wow. Okay, Alicent. I love Alicent's character, so don't get me wrong. But she'd be pissing me off today.
I'm told you bear a mislike for the Hightowers.
Fuck the Hightowers.
Hell yeah. Can they change the design of those helmets? It's just giving phallic face. Phallic face, okay.
The White Worm said you're one of Aegon's rat catchers.
The rats.
How deep your debts? I was also given to understand that you possess a unique knowledge of the Red Keep. I know them better than the shape of my own cock.
Okay, that's a visual.
You're to find and slay the Prince Aemond Targaryen. He has silver hair and one eye. Should be easy enough to find.
Wow.
All right. What if we can't find him?
Don't you dare scam us.
You should be leading the van, and I should be flying cover on Vhagar.
Well, mayhaps we could petition the king privately.
Privately? You mean without the council, without your kitty cat?
My brother is hostage to my grandsire and mother.
Ooh.
And Alicent is simply angry.
Angry?
She blames me for starting this war.
Oh, well.
After she plotted with my father's council to usurp his throne.
Yeah, it is all her fault. The war was probably going to happen eventually. You just hit that speedrun button.
And Rhaenyra is a cunning spider.
Wow.
Long ago, she drew Alicent into her web, intoxicated her.
You would think Rhaenyra tried to kill Sir Christian. Him and Alicent just like got together and they became this black hole of hate for her. And some of it is valid, right? But some of it is just righteous and unrelenting.
You and Vhagar are the greatest single power in the realm.
Oh.
But there are many pieces at play here.
He doesn't control Vhagar, though. That's what we've learned.
But you must keep a grip on your impulses. We both know that your brother cannot.
Aemond is more cunning, less impulsive, in a very terrifying way. Oh.
It's the king.
I need to be both.
Uh-oh. And he's drunk.
How do we get upstairs?
The royals live up there.
That's where we need to be.
If we're to kill a royal fucking prince, where do you think we're gonna find him?
I got you in the castle. I thought the rest was your bit.
Oh man, they're gonna kill each other.
Stay still.
What the fuck?
She's the queen, she is.
But leave her alone.
Or does she look like a fucking son to you?
Over there.
Fuck.
We need to get our head and get out.
Oh no.
I have a necklace.
That's not a son.
Oh. I don't think they'll want the wrong son, and taking the wrong son will just start more war. Actually, I feel like in a really messed up world, they'd be like, Alicent and Otto would be like, you know what?
It's the other one. She's not going to give up the king's heir that easy.
Uh-oh.
She's telling true.
Oh no. She didn't deserve that. Uh-oh.
What's happened?
Alicent, you said that was the last time.
They killed the boy.
Oh, sweet baby. Well, I'll say that okay, so there's this like really dark part of me. Obviously that look at Alicent's eyes would kind of say otherwise. But there's this dark side of me that's like, they might try to rationalize this. There could be parties that are like, look, they were gonna get their get back. Maybe this is a better get back than war. But I do fear Aegon is gonna be the most upset by this. He's definitely gonna be more rash. He's gonna be more impulsive. I don't think this will appease Daemon or Rhaenyra at all. So I don't really think anything will change on their end, though Rhaenyra might be a little mad at Daemon, but I don't know, will Daemon even own up to it? They'll have to, right? I mean, those guys were so dumb. They really thought they could just get the wrong head. It's just lacking any sort of brain cells there. Any chance Daemon had of like eating with that option, it's utterly gone to waste, which is a shame. A shame because like it could have, it could have just been like, all right, I got your son, you got my son. You know what? This year-long eye for an eye battle is over. It's over. It's done for. Although I do kind of think like you should dragon for dragon it too, if we're gonna see it like that. But they would never get rid of Vhagar. Vhagar is the largest dragon. It is interesting that Otto told Aemond that him and Vhagar are like the most powerful force in the world, but it's really just Vhagar. Like, we saw and learned that Aemond really doesn't have control over Vhagar when Vhagar is gonna be called to his dragon instincts. Which I don't hold against Aemond, and I don't hold against Vhagar. Vhagar is a wild animal. So, a son for a son. A son for a son makes the whole world go to war. Also, she wasn't lying about which one was the boy. She wouldn't, though. She wouldn't. Helena's... She just sees the world differently. It's interesting that she was afraid of the rats, and it really did come down to the rats, didn't it? I kind of thought there was going to be something more to the rats, like she realized that the rats, like there were people that were rats or something, not like actual rats, but it really was the actual rats. I wonder if she's got any sort of like warg in her or something. Like she knew that that was going to come, that it was going to be the people who hunt the rats. That's why she was afraid of the rats. She was smart enough to try to give them something like jewelry. I can't believe they started to saw off the head there. Like take the that whole thing. There's definitely some... I just have questions about the thought process that some people are going through because they just don't really make a lot of sense. Just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Definitely some holes and thinking for me. Not in an unenjoyable way though. Season 2. Wow. The heartbreaking start, but I think the world, the cinematography of the show is freaking phenomenal. So I mean, all that aside, like the story itself is great too. The characters, like now that we've had all of season 1, the characters are really like intriguing and easier to understand and easier to kind of like cheer for or root against, but either way, or both sometimes. I think this season's going to be juicy. I've heard really good things, so I'm very excited. So thank you for joining me. If you want the full reaction to this episode or any other reaction, any other episode, or any other movie that you see here on this channel, head on over to Patreon. Otherwise, I'll see you down below in the comments for more chats and more conversations. Okay, bye.